Attention, passionate Dallas Cowboys fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East, and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another championship run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before we dive in, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and fellow Dallas Cowboys fans. Let's get to the news. As we gear up for what's shaping up to be a pivotal stretch in the NFL season, there's a lot of buzz swirling around the Dallas Cowboys, especially with recent comments from owner and general manager Jerry Jones. And trust me, folks, when Jones speaks, it's always worth paying attention because what he's hinting at could very well alter the landscape of the NFC East and beyond. We all know the Cowboys are sitting at the top of the division right now, riding high with one of the league's most potent offenses. But behind the scenes, there's a lot of strategic maneuvering happening, and the whispers of potential trades, player extensions, and injury updates are fueling the excitement that this team might be looking to make some bold moves before the trade deadline hits on November 4th. Now, Jones recently sat down for his weekly appearance on 105.3 The Fan, and he didn't hold back. He touched on a variety of topics that every Cowboys fan should be paying close attention to. The first thing he addressed was the upcoming NFL owners' meetings in New York City. Those meetings are typically a big deal, not just for league-wide issues like player safety, broadcast rights, and rule changes, but also for the more secretive, behind-closed-doors conversations about personnel. And yes, that's where some of the most interesting trade talks often begin. Jones made it clear that those meetings are an open forum where anything can happen, including discussions about players, future moves, or even potential trades. This is a crucial point because it shows that the Cowboys are not only watching the market, but are also ready to pounce if the right opportunity presents itself. An interesting highlight from Jones' interview was his update on Trevon Diggs. Now, everyone knows Diggs has been a key piece of that Cowboys secondary, and his injury, a concussion suffered at home, has left fans and analysts wondering about his availability. Jones was straightforward. He confirmed that Diggs will be out for the upcoming game against the Commanders, but he also emphasized that the team played well in his absence, which is a positive sign. He said, "There's no reason to dwell on it anymore here. Consequently, what we did see is we played pretty well out there." That's a reassuring statement for Cowboys fans, especially those who are concerned about the secondary's depth. While Diggs' long-term status remains uncertain, Jones expressed confidence in the team's ability to perform without him, at least in the short term. But beyond the injuries, the real question on everyone's mind is whether the Cowboys will pull the trigger on a trade before the deadline. And here's where things get really interesting. Jones was quite clear that the team's recent performance, including the dominant offensive display in their last game, hasn't necessarily pushed them to make a bold move just for the sake of it. He emphasized that just because they in the hunt and playing well doesn't mean they going to go out and buy every available player. Instead, he pointed out that Dallas is in a very good position financially and with their draft picks, which gives them flexibility. Jones said, "If we do see an opportunity, we are in as good a shape as we've been in years with picks, with financials, with our cap. We're in a position to entertain a move if it makes sense, not just for now, but for the future." That's a significant statement because it signals a calculated approach. The Cowboys are not desperate, but they also not closed off to adding a player if the right fit comes along, someone who can genuinely upgrade their roster without disrupting the team's chemistry or future plans. It's about balancing the immediate needs with long-term stability, a strategy that Jerry Jones has always been known for. Now, another hot topic that emerged from the interview was the possibility of trade talks taking place during the league's owners' meetings in New York. Jones made it clear that those gatherings are fertile ground for conversations about personnel. It's not unusual for owners, executives, and even some players to toss around hypothetical scenarios or what-if discussions about potential trades. He explained, "You discuss any and everything. The league, of course. League issues are there, but you can very easily, at any level, especially if you've got some owners involved in the meeting and this is an owners' meeting, and you'll have some executives that are part of it. It's not uncommon at all to talk about a player or what-if, toss it out there. So, if the Cowboys are eyeing a move, the upcoming meetings could be the perfect environment to lay the groundwork for a deal or at least gauge the market." But perhaps one of the more intriguing aspects of the interview was the discussion about player extensions, specifically regarding George Pickens. Now, since the Cowboys acquired Pickens in May for a third-round pick, fans have seen him blossom into exactly the kind of weapon they envisioned. He has been phenomenal as a complement to C.D. Lamb, impressing everyone with his ability to make contested catches, his route running, and his overall athleticism. In fact, he is currently fourth in the NFL in receiving yards with 607 yards and tied for second in receiving touchdowns with 6. That kind of production naturally raises the question, will Dallas look to extend him? Will they try to lock him down long-term during the season? Jones didn't shy away from this topic. He said, any and everything about George Pickens is crossing our mind. That's a clear indication that the team is seriously considering an extension. He added, it certainly can generate conversations between people in our building without George being in the room. And it can cause a lot of conversation, I am sure, around the league. The answer is certainly he is a topic of interest and discussion because of the success he is having. For Cowboys fans, that is an exciting development because it shows the team's commitment to building around young talent and keeping key pieces in the fold for the foreseeable future. It also signals that the front office recognizes Pickens' potential to be a cornerstone receiver, not just for this season, but for seasons to come. And speaking of young talent, the news about DeMarvion Overshown's return is just as promising. Jones was notably enthusiastic when discussing the linebacker's comeback. He said, "We're all excited about him. We know what he is about. Can I tell you this? He and we have learned even more how special he is during his rehab work and his time away from it. That's a huge boost for the Cowboys' defense, which has been looking for that spark at linebacker. Overshown's injury was a setback, but now, with his recovery progressing well, he is on track to rejoin the team soon." Jones emphasized that the team's excitement isn't just about filling a roster spot, but about the potential impact Overshown can have on their defensive schemes and overall team culture. Now, with all these updates, it is clear that the Cowboys are in a very strategic phase of their season. They're rebalancing injury management, evaluating trade options, and planning for the future with extensions, all while maintaining their focus on the current games. The NFC East is fiercely competitive this year, with teams eager to dethrone the Cowboys, but Dallas seems poised to stay at the top if they continue on this trajectory. The front office's approach, cautious yet opportunistic, could be the difference maker in the long run. And let us not forget, the league meetings in New York are just around the corner, which could be a catalyst for some big surprises. So, for all you Cowboys fans out there, stay tuned because the next few weeks are going to be critical. The trade deadline, the return of key players like Overshown, the potential extension of George Pickens, and the ongoing injury updates will all shape the story of this team moving forward. The Cowboys are not just playing for the division. They're replaying for a shot at a deep playoff run, and every move they make now could be the one that defines their season. The NFL landscape is shifting, and the Cowboys are right in the middle of that storm, ready to strike when the moment is right. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, fans should be prepared for some exciting developments. Whether it is a surprise trade, a contract extension, or a strategic move during the owner's meetings, the Cowboys appear to be playing their cards close to the chest, but with a clear vision. They're not just trying to win games now, they're rebuilding a team that can sustain success over multiple seasons. The emphasis on young talent like Pickens and Overshown shows a focus on long-term planning, but the team's current performance proves they're also all in on this season's championship chase. And let us not forget the broader NFC landscape. The Eagles are formidable, the 49ers are firing on all cylinders, and the Seahawks are lurking with a dangerous offense. The Cowboys are well aware of this, and that is why they're keeping their options open. Every move, every decision, every trade is about staying ahead of the competition, about maintaining that edge that makes them one of the most dangerous teams in the league. So, as we watch the countdown to November 4th, keep your eyes peeled on every development. The Cowboys are in a fascinating position right now, confident, strategic, and ready to make some bold moves if the circumstances demand it. Whether it is a trade, an extension, or a big comeback from injury, they're resetting the stage for what could be a historic run. And as always, we'll be here to break it all down, analyze every detail, and keep you updated on everything Dallas Cowboys. This team is a story in motion, and you don't want to miss a second of it. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back Soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news.